Guadalupe Center's main focus was working with immigrant families when they first started.
It was a center for our cultural pride. I mean, it's an institution for people of Mexican descent primarily.
Before them, there were Irish and German and Swedish immigrants here on the west side, but as they transitioned out, then the Mexican immigrants started to move in. For those that did find housing, it was very difficult because there was so much racism.
You could not rent or live past Summit Street.
Living up on the west side, up on 16th, there was the white sector, and then the Hispanics were located down here.
You're talking about a community that's Hispanic, white, and African American, but we're all poor. So that's what we had in common. We didn't have economic diversity.
It seemed like everybody was related, even if you weren't. Parents, if your child was out doing something, they would come out and say, I know your mother. I know your mother and father, you better stop that. They would watch out for each other's kids.
I did a lot of things here in the center because I was taught by the nuns. They would teach me that the streets was okay, but what are they going to give you in life?
There was a lot of gang activity, you might say, in the cities. It was here to some extent too. And I didn't want to get involved with any of that, so we came here to stay out of trouble, more or less.
This was my second home. I grew up here. We used to have slumber parties here in this room. We used to create dances, make money, fundraising money and stuff.
Our instructors would have arts and crafts.
We even had a piano teacher, and I was learning how to play piano.
They used to teach us square dancing and different dances, and then we just came to be with our friends here.
I started coming here. I was a timid individual because I didn't know enough English, and we made dances here. The girls would sit on that side and the boys on this side, and we had to cross the hall to ask the girls to dance, and we had a couple of nuns watching us, make sure there was no fighting or dancing too close with the girls.
I used to hate dancing, but my mom made me do it. She goes, you're gonna do it, it's for the center. I said, oh God, we used to go dancing lessons, we used to be in the fiestas.
The Hispanic community didn't have a lot of places to go for entertainment. They would designate a place for Hispanics and blacks. And that's the setting that we're talking about. And in that setting, there wasn't a whole lot of entertainment that was available.
I can remember as a kid, as the fiestas would be huge. I thought they were the biggest things in the city.
They used to block off the street and they'd have them on the grounds.
We used to have a lot of people here, they would just come from everywhere just to see our fiestas.
My mom and my sister were always here cooking, and it was kind of part of our lives.
It imitated a lot the fiestas that you see in Mexico. Because we were a Mexican community, of course it would be, It was a lot of fun, and it drew a lot of people to see the mariachis and the music, the dancing.
I used to dance the Mexican head dance with Rafael Garcia and Carmen Asensio.
I think every year it gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
We had great singers here that would come on and sing.
I've got to meet some high-profile people, movie stars or congressmen or senators, vice presidents, and it's kind of amazing. Wow, these people have heard about the Guadalupe Center.
Suele encontrarse voces aisladas de nuestra comunidad y nunca logramos concentrar una sola voz que permita escuchar esa fuerza de los latinos en Estados Unidos.
Guadalupe Center has always been the key for major issues in the Latino Mexican community.
To be able to come to an agency like this, to where we're all Spanish speaking, or we at least know the culture, and for them to know that there's a safe place is huge to me.
We can no longer depend on state and federal governments to come into the community and do things for us. We are empowered to do our own things. We can determine our own destiny. We have the will, we have the talent, and we certainly have the work ethic and the people to get there.
It played an important role for us as our center point, a place where one can rally around if we need to, a place to get services, a place to organize for sports or for culture or for music. It was our heart and soul. It always has been, continues to be.
You can't know where you're going if you don't know where you came from. So Guadalupe Center's been instrumental in giving our kids and our elders even, and everyone in between that, a sense of pride of their culture.
It's a beautiful culture. We're a beautiful people.